Alright, so let's start from the beginning. I feel that it might be a rough month. So we start off with the tower. And the tower itself, destruction of a foundation, a stable home, destruction of a home, of a relationship, of a business venture. There's something very catastrophic happened, and I feel that it might have been, in the past, maybe the past year even. But I feel like this energy is still affecting you in this coming month, and it's coming in from the very beginning of this year, which is not a good thing. So it's one of those things that's irreversible. So we can't really take what you learn from it and move on with your life, because there's nothing you can do to undo the damage, basically. After a tower is destroyed, there's a pile of rubble at the foot of it. And is it even worth rebuilding at that point? Because it also, like, this lightning in here, it brings about, I feel, enlightenment and knowledge. So there is something revealed that shook you at your core, and you can't go back to it. And honestly, it's not worth going back to in this situation. The tower is right next to the star card. And the star in the upright position is the card of Aquarius. So in this situation, it showed up in the reversed. So if there is an Aquarius person in your life, this might have been, caused by that person, because they're not being upright. They're not being upfront with you as to their intentions. Or if you know someone who has a lot of Aquarian energy, again, you would need their birth time to get the chart done. But I feel that this person is causing the catastrophe, and then, turning a blind eye and being, walking away and being absorbed with something else. So I feel like this Aquarius in general are kind of reckless. So if you have that person, it might have been caused by that person, and they're just walking away, and you feel just very troubled at their nonchalance. So that is something to look out for. The star card is also a wish card, and I feel that if there is something you're hoping, you can achieve by the end of last year or the beginning of the new year, like you're hoping for something, then in the reverse position, I would definitely say no, go back to the drawing board and, find something else or figure this thing out. And, definitely if it's a betrayal or something that's brought about by another person, you definitely need to cut them out of your life. And I feel like the star too, it's being in tuned, being unprotected and just being your highest self. And I feel like in this situation, if this is you that's going through this crisis, you're not able to look at your bigger self. You're upset and angry, and your emotional, situation is out of balance, because you're not exhibiting all the higher qualities of yourself. Virgos are very sweet, generous, and loving people. So I feel like something is reducing you to this really small, petty person. So, you have to let that go. And I'm reading the star in reverse and temperance in reverse as this emotional state that you allow yourself to shrink into. So temperance, again, is the balance of the emotion. The star is the balance of the intuition. And also, like, it's the wish card, forging your path ahead. So you might not get what you want, but that doesn't mean, don't let it cripple you to the point where you've ruined the goodness within yourself. So, temperance, your emotional balance is out of whack. But there's an emotional imbalance, so work on that, repair that. It's going to take some time, because the Tower card is very catastrophic, but that's the only way you're going to get through this emotionally, because physically there is no way you can go back to that. I don't think you would want to either. On top of that, you do have the Emperor. the Emperor in the upright position can mean, an authority figure that is that can lend a helping hand to your endeavor. Um, this is a very fiery energy, and Emperor is also like the epitome of an Aries. It is the Emperor represent Aries in the cards. So there's this. I feel that after this happened, you feel that you need to jump on right ahead to a new venture, but he's in reverse, so I feel that there is some blockages regarding this new venture, this new fiery start that you're hoping to launch you forward and help you get over this tower situation. But yeah, in the reverse position, there is definitely some blockage. There might be an Aries that like a boss or a partner that you're dealing with. Aries are not, the best at being in partnerships, in business partnerships. They're better off being, self-employed. And I feel like Virgos, they like to work behind the scenes. So maybe someone is, taking all the credit for what you're doing, and they're blocking you. So there's definitely some blockage here. So let's find a way to extract that. Read the rest of the cards, and we'll see how we can move forward. So you have the Page of Wands here. And the Page of Wands is a younger person. It could be a messenger, someone who's bringing in good news. And the Page of Wands is upright in this situation. So you have this new surge of vitality, of, wanting to move things forward, wanting to propel things forward. And there is definitely blockage, but, the ideas might be great. It's just that person that you're in the partnership with or that you're working under might not, see eye to eye with you. And I feel that too. So Virgo is an earth sign, and earth and fire are not usually, the best combination. So I feel that in the past, maybe you were a little premature in doing something, starting a project, a new relationship, a new job, where this tower happened. So, like once burned, twice shy. So now you're very hesitant. You're very hesitant about it. So this is why there's this blockage right there. And on top of that, you are hesitating because this card is showing up right after the Page of Wands. And it's the Two of Swords. You're at an impasse. You're at a standstill. You have to remain perfectly still like this in order to maintain your equilibrium. She's blindfolded. She doesn't know what's going on around her. She has these swords in her hands. She's getting ready to strike, but the advice here is to remain perfectly in this situation because you're blindfolded. You don't know who you're going to strike if you indeed strike, and it might bring about regrettable actions. So it's important for you, like after all the turmoil that you've been through, with the tower, you need to be at this standstill, phase. So I feel like there's a lot of water, emotional energy here. So I feel like if you have been in a relationship with a fire sign, with which is signified by that strong Emperor in reverse and also the tower, and this Page of Wands too is it's a fiery energy. So someone is coming in with news, and you're reluctant to budge. You're scared, and you don't know all the facts, and we're not supposed to know all the facts. And you're relying on your intuition with the moon and the water in the background. So this is a very uncomfortable place to be, and I know Virgos are just very decisive. Well, in their subtle way, they're incredibly decisive, and it's just it. I feel that you're being indecisive at this point, or you're being, you're standing still because you're so fearful of that tower, and you're so fearful that it's going to happen again, and you still have this heartbreak. This is the Three of Swords. It's the traditional card of heartbreak. So the tower happened at the beginning of the month, where it shook your foundation, and now you don't know what to do. So you're not taking charge of your life. You're just sitting back and watching to see what comes around, and yet in the back of your mind there is this dreadful fear. You see, the heart is not really bleeding, so it might be a fear. And I feel with the source that it's a mental fear. A mental fear of being, vulnerable again, of being in this place of distress again. Whereas it might not, in fact, manifest, in reality. So it's just a fear in your head. So it's actually important for you. I feel that this is okay to be this way for this moment, and I feel that maybe this will resolve itself in the time of Aquarius. The sword energy with the air sign, maybe this is something that you can actually go forward. But we do have Mercury retrograde until the energy won't leave until, the third week of Aquarius. So maybe after that you will find, the closure that you need, and you will know how to proceed. So I would say just channel this energy, remain in this situation, okay? So the next card that I have is the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles is, giving alms, giving things out, things that you have that to the less fortunate. So, with the Three of Swords right in front of it, I feel that you also need to be very careful that people are not stabbing you in the back and also are not misrepresenting themselves. They might say they want certain things from you when in fact they're not being honest and truthful. And in general, be discriminate about who gets what from you. I feel that Virgos are generally very loving and giving people, and so somebody is playing on your feelings. They're taking your kindness for a weakness, and that's just wrong. So just be on the lookout for that. Just be very discriminate this month. Just don't. I wouldn't say don't leave the house, but just be aware of your surrounding. Be aware of the people around you, and just definitely don't give out more than you can afford. So this card here is the card of holding on to your resources. In the reverse situation, coupled with this, it's there are people that actually will need you, and there are those that don't. So be extremely discriminate to make sure that help is going to the right people, and the wrong people will not abuse you. I feel like this is not satisfactory, so let me pull out another card here and see if we can get like a sense of closure. Okay, so we do have the Knight of Pentacles coming in, and this is another earth sign. This could be you or another earth sign, a Virgo, a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. He's coming in at the end of the month, and so which makes 3 Pentacles card total. So there might be a new business venture, a new romantic attraction that is coming into your life. I mean, on the heel of the Tower and the Three of Swords, I don't feel like you're ready for a romantic encounter yet. But this person is upright, which is good. So he's handing you a gift of either financial abundance or, love, or just promises of a new relationship. He is a knight though, so on the heel of heartbreak, you might not be ready for this, but this person is coming in, and I feel like, this is good energy. Just don't start anything because it is Mercury in retrograde, the end of this month. So just be on the lookout. But I would say you're not yourself right now. You are not yourself. You're not in tune with your emotions, and you're not intuitive at this point. You're in a dark place. So do this. Just hold off on important decisions. Just hold still. Maybe until the end of Mercury retrograde, things will get better. So the end of next month, things will get better. You will have all the information you need, and all this mental anguish will just dissipate. So I apologize for the bummer reading, but I feel that it's a hard month overall, and Maybe in the time of Aquarius, by February, this will, or even the end of this month, this will turn around for you.